Jesus said, "This is the first and greatest commandment. Love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And the second is like it. Love others as you love yourself." So the question is, do you love? I mean, do you really live the definition of love? Are you patient? Are you kind? Do you celebrate in the blessings of others? Are you humble? Have you died to self? Are you slow to anger? Do you keep no record of wrongs? Do you always protect, always trust, always hope, always persevere? This is what it means to love, the way God intended. So the question remains, do you love?
At Bethany Church, we're excited to announce the launch of our new website, designed with you in mind. We understand that tithing and managing your giving can be a hassle, but our new website makes it easier than ever. Our website is mobile-friendly, making it easy for you to give on the go or during service, whether you are using your computer or mobile phone. Our website is fully responsive, ensuring a seamless user experience. You can easily give your tithes and offerings with just a few clicks, either as a one-time donation or set up a recurring donation. Recurring donations make it convenient for you to give regularly, so you never have to worry about forgetting. Make sure to include your envelope number when using the Givelify app. Our website offers added security with a login feature, ensuring that your information is kept confidential. You can access your giving history at any time and keep track of your contributions throughout the year, or utilize our convenient text-to-give options to text your tithes on the go. At Bethany Church, we believe that giving is an act of worship, and our new website makes it more accessible than ever before. Visit gotobethany.com today and discover the power of giving with our new giving website. Thank you for your generosity.
Allow God's living waters to wash over you and refresh your soul.
You've been praying for yourself when the answer is in praying for other people. While I'm praying for California, God shows up in my house.
As kingdom people, with the king in us and us being sovereign ground, we're not governed by the laws of this land, but we're governed by the laws of heaven.
He's talking about you going to draw water from the wells of salvation. Where's the well? In you.
If we want to release the water, watch this, we don't have to pray for it to come. Where we are now, we pray for it to be released.
Release deliverance and transformation in every area of your life through God's living waters. This revitalizing 3-message series can be yours on CD or DVD when you visit our website or call 1-800-591-8480 today.
Well, praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome to On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. any time, on any smart device at David G. Evans, the number 1. That's at David G. Evans, the number 1. Won't you do us a favor and like and subscribe? And most of all, share with those who follow you on whatever platform you're joining us on today. We would love to hear from you as we discuss those things pertaining to culture, politics, of course, faith, national, international, regional events that have an impact on your life, but always discussing them from a kingdom perspective, from a biblical perspective, that being the platform for our discussion and our reference point for all things that we discuss here as it relates to your life and how the events of life are impacting you. We need to understand the times, as the Bible says, and know exactly how to respond to the times that we're in. If you want to talk to us, we'd love you to call us toll free, 866-743-8267. That's 866-743-8267, 866-74-EVANS. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Love to hear your opinion on the variety of subjects that we will attempt to give further wisdom and understanding to this morning. Tag a few people. Tell them to join us. We'd love to have first-time callers. Don't be shy. We love talking to first-time callers. And, of course, we have consistent callers from around the nation. And we'd love for you to be included in that number. Our world-famous co-host is here this weekend, Reverend Nicholas A. Smith. Hey, man.
Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing okay.
A lot going on.
Oh, yeah, to say the least.
A lot going on in the world, of course. We've got some great things happening this weekend. We have our first guests for this anniversary weekend, my pastoral anniversary, 33 years. But we've got Prophet Amutang, our son in the ministry, coming, and our brother/son in the ministry, Pastor Jamal Bryant. People started showing up yesterday.
I know.
For this event.
Yeah.
So we are inspired and excited about what God is going to do. Also tomorrow is our home buyers event. Mm-hmm. We understand that over 100 people applied, mm-hmm. and many were approved. And so tomorrow we give them that certificate of pre-approval and celebrate the fact that they're moving into ownership, that own your own mindset.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Looking forward to that tomorrow. And of course, everyone coming from all over to hear these great men of God tomorrow, but also to help us celebrate an atmosphere of worship and praise. So if you don't know anything about our homeowners seminar, home buyers seminar tomorrow, it starts at 9 a.m., runs until 11, and then starts again at 1:30 and runs till 4:30. Representatives of our banking partner, M&T, will be here to explain things to you, go over things with you, accept your application. We need you to go online to our site, at BBC of NJ. I believe that's where it is, right?
Well, it's on our social media stuff. So yeah, at BBC on our social.
Yeah, at BBC of NJ and all our social media stuff. You go in there, you get the QR code, and you can download the applications and bring the things with you tomorrow to the event. But those people that were able to get in by the 23rd, they have their approvals already, and we're really excited for those that are in the approval process, those that have been approved. Now, don't shy away if you have some issues, and whatever those issues are that we found out in the application process, and during that time, M&T will provide you with a nurturer, their nurture program, and that means they will give you the instruction that you need to get you positioned for an approval. So don't just walk away thinking I can't do it. Now, the one thing you do have to have is some credit now, but the standard for that is 580, no less than that, but 580 is almost none. So if you've got 580 or better, you can be a participant in this great event we're having tomorrow alongside coexisting with our anniversary celebration.
And the application is on our regular website, which is go2bethany.com.
Okay.
So our regular website or our social platforms.
Okay. This has been on my mind. I don't know if you've had a chance to read the new indictments
some of them I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
The legal minds are saying that this particular set is even more damning, if we can use that word, than the first group that came out, and it's now starting to be revealed that a lot of people that I'm sure he thought were going to go to jail for him, or at least he would provide them a lawyer. A lot of them have been talking. I don't think he thought that would happen to him.
No, especially those two employees that he has.
Yeah.
That were assisting him,
Yeah.
aiding him.
Yeah.
Unless they are that, they're in a mob type mindset. Give me some money, put some money in my books. I'll sit on the side for a while.
Yeah, but
I don't know about
not
this
30 years.
Yeah.
Weinstein, he went for what, 3 months?
Yeah, and then he was killed in a year.
And who's the guy that runs the finances for Trump?
Sorry. Who?
The guy that Bernstein runs the finances for Trump World.
Oh, let me see.
He went to jail for a couple of months.
Yeah.
He was financially situated to do so.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, he was loyal to Trump. But I'm hoping that once these financial indictments start, if the former president is consistent, he'll throw anyone
Yes.
under the bus, no matter what they've done. Because we know Cohen was his guy, and he literally said, I don't know him that well.
Yep. Yeah. There's something I saw this morning, but I didn't have time to read it.
Yeah.
Something about something's on video,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look at it again to see
Okay.
that they got some stuff on tape, which is practically, from what they say, the case they're building.
Okay.
Is so solid against him.
Yeah.
With him showing documents about some Iran stuff to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whoever's the guy from the Justice Department is taking his time,
Yes.
and they're saying it's so ironclad. It's going to be hard for Trump to deny it, but the person that's running, the judge,
Yeah.
is a Trump-appointed
Yes.
person.
Yes.
And she's been known as biased towards him.
But she's also got publicly reprimanded by
Yeah.
the supervising
Yeah.
body of that particular state. So if Giuliani has started to crack, I believe the president's in trouble. The former president is in more trouble than we think.
Yeah.
Because I think Giuliani, like Cohen, knows where some of the bodies are buried.
Yeah. And one thing we know, politicians will go at each other to preserve their lives.
Yeah.
The sheep won't all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But the wolves will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to run out of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, as my friend from Wall Street says. When you see the wolves running out of the woods, don't go in.
Yeah, time to go. It's time to go.
Don't go in, man. So Giuliani finally admits he lied about election rules. Now, did he do that in court?
Yeah, I believe it was a court thing, yes.
That's bad for a
It was
lawyer.
court thing, yeah.
Lawyers can lie outside the court, but they dare not tell a lie to the judge.
Yeah, and there he told the truth. But see, and that's my thing about this whole election denier thing. Every time they take it to court, Trump's lawyers and whoever else lawyers
Yeah.
have to admit they have no proof that the election was stolen. But the people still are like, Trump won. But I'm like,
Because they understand the mind of
Yeah.
the people that follow him. And they don't want to hear anything other than something that's going to support him.
yeah, that's true.
But some people are saying that this stuff is, I know Republicans, I know a lot of them. And they've gone, let me know that my Republican friends have now had to change teams is their silence.
Yes. Yep.
I've got Republican friends who are intelligent, who are professional, who,
Yeah.
other than their politics,
Yeah.
we're good. They're silent.
Yep. What can they say during all this stuff?
You can't.
You can't.
You can't. It's one thing. It's one thing to have yourself on tape. Everybody hear you, and you say, "I didn't say that."
Yes.
Which former president does that all the time.
All the time.
You're hearing wrong, or the video, jumped, or it was.
Yeah.
But he's consistently. I didn't say. That's not what I said.
Yeah. Yeah. What's her name? blonde-haired lady, his spokesperson when he was in
Oh,
office.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Alternate
talking
facts.
about. Alternate facts.
Alternate
Or we don't take him seriously. He just says.
How do you say that about the guy you're representing?
Right.
I don't get
And somebody in leadership. The weight of a leader's words are different than just a regular person's.
Absolutely. I agree with you
words,
100%.
Yeah.
So I see the fraternity, Alpha, is moving their convention out of Florida. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Atlanta will lose around 4 million. Is that all?
Yeah. Just from that one. There are
Yeah,
other groups
that-
talking
that-
about leaving too.
That's a rounding error for Florida.
Yeah. Well, that's just for Orlando. That
Yeah, but
area. in Orlando.
that's a rounding error.
They said the AKAs generated $20 million for Indianapolis.
I believe that.
$20 million just for that place.
Yeah.
So I think from Disney,
Yeah.
it's adding up. Disney's $1 billion plan they stopped.
Yeah.
Their $4 million and a couple
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah.
Florida's going to start feeling the brunt.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
This is not to change the subject, but it's
Yeah.
a part of it.
Okay.
So the black Republicans like Tim Scott and a few other ones are coming against DeSantis's education plan.
I was shocked that Tim Scott had something to say.
Right? Who you telling?
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because you think what? You're African American all of a sudden?
Yes. Right.
I'm like Tim Scott.
Yeah.
The guy that there's, we don't need to talk about slavery. We
Right.
don't.
Yeah.
We don't. So, but what I think is in the culture wars, these guys switch sides depending on what's said on a particular day.
Yes. And now they're being criticized by Republicans for criticizing DeSantis' plan. To me, how what this party's turning into.
They want them to deny. He wanted to deny his ethnicity. That's what they want him to do.
I know.
We know we're using you because of the color of your skin.
Yeah.
We don't need you to recognize that you're that way. We need you to act like you're not.
Yeah. But for him and those people, why are you going along with? I'm okay with you being a conservative Republican. I have no problem with that.
All right, that's fine.
But you're with a group that doesn't want you unless you are, like you said.
You got to deny who you are.
Okay.
You have to say something that makes you look totally crazy.
Yeah.
Like my great grandfather was not a slave.
Yeah.
But your last name is Scott.
Right. I know. I know.
Your last
Yeah.
name is Scott, my brother.
Yeah.
So that's not an African name.
Right.
So where did you get the name from?
Exactly.
The plantation guy.
Exactly.
It's pretty simple.
It is.
His name is not, what's his first name?
Tim.
His name is not Tim
Yeah.
Amwango.
Yeah. Right.
His name is Tim Scott. And I'm not sure, is Tim short for Timotheus or something like that?
He's just regular Tim.
Okay. All right. I'm going off track a little bit. So Alpha's pulling out. I think it's a great statement.
Yeah.
I think it's a travesty for. I talked to somebody about 2 weeks ago, and they actually said they were thinking about moving to Florida, and they've got young black children. So why do you take them into an environment where they can get shot at any time? The police can kill them at any time. Someone feels threatened can shoot them. They've wiped all your history out. Why would you move your child there?
Right.
And your male children.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Nah.
To me.
I'm good.
Doesn't make sense.
Nah, I'm good.
I mean, So you're gonna put up with the hurricanes for what? Because the weather's nice a lot.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. No. There's other places in the South you can.
Look, I had a relative that moved to Florida, thought he was going to be able to live there, and that year 5 hurricanes hit Florida, ran his behind right back up north.
Right. Do the same thing.
Ran him right back up north,
Yeah.
man. So what's this about? This prosecutor was elected in Georgia, and the Republicans responded by separating the whitest county and creating their own judicial circuit
Yeah.
in Georgia.
Yeah. This is the first black prosecutor in that area.
Okay.
So I think it's 3 counties in this one circuit.
Okay.
They were upset that this black guy won.
Okay.
So they decided we're going to separate from this county and create our own. So we have our own judicial circuit.
Wow.
But you know what?
They said it happens more than we know.
I know Pastor Brian is in the news a lot, controversial. But he told me that Atlanta is Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
He said you go outside Atlanta 10 miles either way, it's an entirely different world.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He wasn't lying.
No. And this was right at the border of South Carolina, Georgia. But for them to be able to brazenly just up and bounce with no real resistance.
What is that? Is the federal government supposed to get involved in this kind of thing?
It's legal for them to do. It's not illegal for them to get residents to get together and politicians in the area and say we're going to.
So we don't want a black prosecutor over us.
We're going to go create our own.
It doesn't change their state, but they just want to control the local.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the name of the town is.
Let me see if I can find it here.
And what are the people of color that live in that county going to do?
They're
So they want to control their local elections.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 866-743-8267. This is the United States. 866-743-8267. 866-74 Evans. We've got Scott from Vineland, New Jersey. We've got Danny from Lauderhill, Florida. There's some lines open. You can give us a call. We'd love to talk to you.
Augusta.
We got Augusta?
Augusta, which is a very popular
Not Augusta.
one. Yeah, Augusta Judicial Circuit. Yeah.
I preached in Augusta.
I know. Yep.
I know people in Augusta.
Mm-hmm. The first black prosecutor. Yeah.
My cousin lives in Augusta.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
They've got a lot of black people that live in Augusta.
I know. And the black guy said we're going to try to work on these guys to, the marijuana stuff and rehab, and I guess they didn't like his stance.
Incredible. Keisha's on the line. 866-743-8267. Let's go to the phones, Pastor Nick. See what Scott's talking about today. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Bishop Evans, Pastor Nick, how you guys doing?
Doing all right, man. Good to hear from you.
Good. Always good to listen to you guys. Nice, sincere love also.
Tell her I said hello.
Definitely will. Two quick questions, if I may. Of course, they're separate. Of course, they make a big stink about taking President Biden's son to court. If he was wrong or right, but meanwhile, Mr. Trump is still walking around the sky.
Right. Hunter Biden ain't a politician.
No, he's not. He's a regular citizen.
It just blows my mind how he had to plead guilty, but then again, Mr. Trump is still doing his thing and still able to run for president after all he's done.
It's such.
Somebody please help me understand.
There is no understanding. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make, you're trying to make sense out of something that it doesn't make sense. If it was you or I, the fact of the matter is, Biden's son is a grown man.
Right.
Even though that's his son, he is not responsible for his son's behavior.
Absolutely.
I don't know why they're trying to act like they're one and the same.
Yeah. And Hunter Biden's laptop has nothing to do with what Trump did.
So is little Trump responsible for what his dad does?
Right, thank you.
Is Sister Trump, is she responsible? But then Joe Biden is supposed to control his grown son.
Yeah.
Come on. Listen to make it out to be. I when I see it on TV, I just have to turn because it literally boils my blood.
It's crazy because everybody involved in the case, the former president appointed.
Yeah.
So they're his appointees.
Yeah, that is. You're right.
So if it was a bunch of Democrats going after him, you could say it was a witch hunt and blah 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 blah. But that's not what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just thanks for kind of clearing it up because it blows my mind. And my second question is, what the heck is going on over there in Philly with SEPTA?
What happened with SEPTA?
A couple buses got mangled up on the drivers, and then yesterday some trolley just smashed into some historic building, and nobody was driving the trolley.
Nobody. Oh, jeez. Trolley was out by itself.
Yeah. When I heard that, I thought I was tripping. I was like, what's going on with SEPTA?
Trolley
It's
what?
like the fifth crash.
Broke loose from the terminal?
I'm about to see. Runway.
They need to
You
stop.
can look it up right quick, Pastor Nick.
I'm
if you could.
trying
He's
to
looking
read
at it
real
now.
quick.
Trolley on its own.
Yeah.
How's that work?
I can't make these things up. I have a great question, Pastor Nick. I can't make these things up.
Look,
said the devil's
okay.
busy. He's a liar.
There was a mechanic on board, but nobody was behind the controls. when
Okay.
happened. So I don't know if the
It started
mechanic hit
drifting.
something
Okay.
and it started drifting, but it crashed into some Southwest Philly home, some historic home in Southwest Philly.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
yeah, because that's where they are.
Yeah.
We used to live 2 blocks from Baltimore Avenue.
Okay.
So the trolley was how we got downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And I never saw one driving itself. That would have been something.
Wow. The
Yeah,
house
and then
is,
a couple bus drivers going into buildings and whatnot. It sounds like it's a hot mess over there. But that's all I have.
and
fellas.
that's a historical
Take
house.
care. God bless
Which
you.
house?
It's
All
called
right,
the-
man, take it easy.
The Bluebell Tavern.
Bluebell Tavern.
It dates back to 1766.
Oh my.
It was a location of a battle during the Revolutionary
Oh
War.
my.
And it got
Oh,
crashed
my.
into that. So they say that hopefully there's no structural damage, but that's not a house that you know.
You know, I'm on the board of the Historic Preservation Society of Philadelphia, and I'm wondering if that's one of our buildings.
It might be because it's one of the oldest structures.
Yeah. We got them all over Philly.
Ah, that's cool.
A lot of them in Germantown, but we got them downtown Philadelphia. You know, so I wonder if that's one of our buildings.
Might be. You do a lot of stuff. Wow,
Man.
that's cool.
Yeah, busy person.
I know.
Okay. So, what? Texas A&M suspended professor accused of criticizing the state's lieutenant governor.
Yeah,
What?
I think it's a part of that thing of that whole liberal politics thing. They try to where you can report somebody that says something.
So now you don't have an opinion?
Yeah, thank you. Where college is a place you're supposed to hear different opinions.
What is going on with us?
I know.
So, the intensity of the emotion of being displaced is not just a localized or a special segment of the country. We're watching Alabama per se. Supreme Court says this is what you got to do. And they just decided we're not doing it.
Yep.
And it has to do with comparatively equal opportunity to vote in their state. So, but all of this tells me how desperate and how real the numbers are these days. When you've got to do stuff illegal to win an election, then you're really revealing how desperate you are and how few numbers you have to support a legitimate election.
Yep.
But they wouldn't call this rigged.
Nope. And that I think we saw at the last election.
Yeah.
Them redistricting
Yeah.
allowed it happened in New York, I believe.
Yeah.
Allowed them to have more senators, more Congress people in states,
mhm.
creating these little small things. And and the crazy thing is all legal to a certain degree,
But see, the other thing is that
unless it messes people's votes.
what I haven't been able to understand during the past 12 years is when people's right to vote is being impeded. Why does it appear to me that the federal government is so slow to move or doesn't move at all?
They claim it's going through the process. It has to go to the Supreme Court. So it has to go through one state court.
Doesn't take 8 years to do that.
We know that logically.
Okay.
But they're
Doesn't take 8 years to do that.
yeah.
Just, I guess you have to just take one of the justices to
To dinner and
dinner and take them on a vacation.
Maldives and stuff like
Send your plane for them.
that. Yeah.
That will do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you see Alito? Might have been this week. He said
So disappointed.
that Congress shouldn't dictate,
So disappointed in him.
what the Supreme Court does and how they interact and their rules and how they. If everybody else has ethic rules,
They're supposed to be the Supreme Court, not just a local court,
Right.
but the Supreme Court, which to me means they're supposed to be the embodiment of ethics and all that, those
Yes.
other things. Okay, so
it's a court.
how in the world does Alito, with a straight face, say we want to make our own rules, but we're going to enforce the rules on you guys?
Everybody else, yep.
That doesn't make any sense.
None at all. None at all.
They sound like more like the Supremes than the Supreme Court.
Right. Right.
Lord have mercy. What are you gonna do? Let's go to Danny. Hey, Danny, how you doing, man?
Good morning, Bishop. Pastor
Hey,
Nick,
Dan.
how y'all doing, staff?
How's everything down there today?
Hot as usual. And it's a bad thing when your water is hotter than your atmosphere.
The water's hotter?
101
Yes.
degrees in some of those lakes and stuff in Florida.
Yeah.
101
Yes.
degrees.
The water's that
Yeah.
hot?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Yeah. You can't say, well, I'm going to the beach to cool down. I'm going to dip in the lake and cool down.
Because the water's warm.
The water's hot.
Yes. Bishop, I turn on my cold water at the house
Yeah?
to take a cold shower.
Yeah?
Ain't happening.
You got a warm shower at best.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
It's really that bad.
I saw a statistic yesterday, or heard a statistic yesterday on the news that shocked me. Now, everybody knows Florida, places like Arizona, Mexico, New Mexico, Texas, they're used to hot temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
But they say 250 people have died in Arizona from the heat.
And
Well,
bringing
they're
those
not
here.
telling you these are the true number. They're playing with the numbers again, just like they did with COVID.
Oh, no.
They're saying that it's bad for tourism for this information, to be discussed.
So they're underestimating again,
Yes. That's the true number.
underreporting there again. Because on one hand, they're saying in Arizona that the emergency rooms are full.
Mhm.
On the other hand, they're saying only 250 people have died from heat in the state. It didn't kind of jive with me.
Yeah.
But I saw a construction site yesterday they shut it down probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Because they're working under these enclosures, and it's the humidity it's the first time I've noticed the humidity.
Yo.
It's the first time I normally, I'm a hot weather guy.
Yeah.
So humidity goes along with it. But this humidity is noticeable now.
I stood outside and started sweating. I didn't even move. I just stood. I was like, this is I can't do this. But I mean, I couldn't imagine there. They said it got up to 114 in Arizona.
Okay.
114 one day, 110.
Mm-hmm.
14 straight days of 100+ degree weather.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're bringing ice box trucks in
Yeah.
that are big enough to house hundreds of people,
Mm-hmm.
that's hot. And you vacation in Alaska during that time. That's hot. I can't. I wouldn't want to.
But Bishop,
Yeah.
listen to this now. What I did, I called myself trying to save on my electric bill.
Okay.
So I turned my sprinklers off. Because
Okay.
you know how it rains every afternoon.
Sure.
Or you could time it. It's going to rain in the afternoon.
Right.
All right? I had to turn my sprinklers back on because even with that, my grass is burning.
We're seeing a lot of brown lawns up here. We had a lot of rain like 2 weeks ago, 4 or 5 days in a row, raining. I mean, torrential rains. So the grass, in some people's grass, is doing okay. But I've noticed other people's grass is stressed.
Yeah, no matter how much you water, it just
Evaporates.
yeah.
It just I think it just depends. You can't get behind it, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just catching up is. Most people did not water their grass for a week after it rained all that.
Yeah.
I didn't fall for that.
Nah, you could.
I didn't fall for that,
Yeah.
because that's too stressful for me. Brown grass just, I
I know.
I just can't take it,
I
man.
know,
I
I know.
can't take it. I feel like,
I know.
this lawn
Now
is
the
driving me
main thing I
nuts.
want to comment on, Bishop, is that since when does DeSantis become an authority on black history?
Well, he was a history major at Harvard.
An expert.
He was a history major at Harvard, so he probably knows something about it. They're just rejecting what they want to reject.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just use common sense thinking. Okay.
You're starting off incorrectly.
Right.
Now, you're going to tell me that because I'm a blacksmith, and I know why they call them blacksmiths.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a blacksmith. That qualifies everyone, the thousands of people, become educated, and they don't have to work on the plantation as such. That's what's giving you freedom.
What got me was it wasn't like they learned these skills for their own benefit. It also was not like they were not enslaved. They were enslaved when they were forced to learn these vocations. But you come out of slavery and you can't get a job.
Right. Yeah. And everything you try to build, they tear it down.
And now blacksmiths are not one of the top employee skills that you would have today.
But then also is that, let's take Florida, for instance.
Yes.
The settling of Florida. Most of your people came from the Caribbean and from the South, escaping slavery, coming down. All right, so they lived on the ocean. They were fishermen. Okay? As soon as they found out up north that, January, we're in snow, it's down there, they're warm and what have you, the beach became valuable.
Okay.
So they were forced, they were not paid, they were forced off of the beach. They weren't compensated. So now you were a fisherman by trade. You were a fisherman by living. Now you had to go and become a farmer. Nobody taught them how to fish. They knew that from the time that they came from, wherever they migrated from. See, but that is, you won't find that in the history books. You're not going to find that.
What do you think? What do you think your governor's trying to accomplish with this latest thing?
He's trying to go ahead and to make it seem like this is the way that it is. This is the way it's going to be. And then somewhere in the United States, people are looking at that. That's where we want it. That we know we made it possible for them to go ahead and have this and that. When we have brilliant people that came up with brilliant ideas to do different things.
Let me tell you what I think's happening with DeSantis. I don't think DeSantis ever thought he was going to win. I think DeSantis is raising money from a whole bunch of people, because every time he does one of these silly things, he might lose some of his large donors. Those 50s and 40s and 35s and 25s, they send him some money. He's building up millions of dollars every time he does something to what they call them, dog whistles. Every time he does one of these things, here comes some more money. I think he knew a long time ago he wasn't going to win. But he's going to walk away maybe, what, $200 million?
Some money, yeah. And this claim that Florida is the bastion of the country. This is the example of how.
Yeah, they're the model, according to him.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, right. And when they bring up like the COVID numbers and how they had some of the highest deaths in the whole country, it's like, it's a part of,
Some folk are saying he did a good job during COVID. How can that be?
Right.
What is the value of a life in Florida?
Very low, yeah.
Where you're in the top 5 for 2/3 of the intense part of the COVID epidemic, and you're telling me he did a good job managing it? Why? Because he fired the woman keeping the statistics, so people wouldn't know what was really going on?
Yeah. And kept everything open. He didn't close.
Those weren't really tractor trailers, refrigerated trucks at the hospital. They ordered too much Spam. Come on.
Yep.
And as long as the resorts, the tourist attractions are full, that's all that matters.
Why don't they just say that?
Yeah.
We don't want to shut down business. Come down here, take a chance on your life. But I know people that went to Florida, caught COVID, and were sick 3 and 4 weeks when they got back here.
Not only that, they had Super Bowls 2 years in a row.
Absolutely, which helped spread it across the country.
Thank you.
I don't get it. We don't care. So, Danny, how's my sister doing?
She's doing great. Blessed and highly favored.
I thought you would say that. I thought you would say that.
Yes.
I thought you would say that. Tell her I'm still praying for her.
Okay. Ethan, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
You're hearing from us on the anniversary.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Bless you.
All right. Bless you, Bishop.
Bye-bye now.
Pastor Nick,
See you, man.
staff. Okay.
866-743-8267, 866-743-8267. This is On Point, the number 1 Saturday morning Christian-based call and talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can give us a call toll-free from anywhere in the world. We love to talk to you about a variety of subjects or something that is specifically on your mind. I don't get to watch too much stuff that when people are being mistreated. But I'm still trying to figure out why you would sick a police dog on a guy who at the most was getting ready to get a ticket.
Hands raised in the air.
Why do you need the dog to attack a man whose hands are raised?
Yep.
who has no weapon, who's not being aggressive, why do you need to sick the dog on him?
Yep. Yep. This is why I go against that whole, if you just obey, you won't get hurt.
That's not true.
That's not true at all. Not true at all.
That's not true.
Stop, y'all.
I think that if an individual has made up their mind that they're going to hurt you, no amount of submission is going to change their mind.
Yep. And that hate, as you say, that hate was seeking an expression.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's been there that whole time.
Absolutely.
And it makes you wonder what other little things the person was doing.
That's not a sudden decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a sudden manifestation, but that's not it's something that's been working and working and working, just like you said. So they say he was fired. But I also understand other officers were telling him not to do it. I don't understand what's going on with the psychology of our nation.
Yeah.
And I do understand it. Biblically, it's just a decreasing amount of love and concern for our fellow man.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Yep.
So, So Tyler Perry and other celebrities are helping a 93-year-old woman keep her house from developers in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Okay.
The house has been in the family since after the Civil War.
Okay.
And Hilton Head's a nice place, and the developers want to build some stuff, and they're claiming she's in the way of what they want to do.
I get that. There's a lot of that in Hilton Head.
Oh yeah, a lot of it. Yeah. But again, other people sold. She didn't want to sell. It's been in the house. It's been in the family over 100 years.
So why would she sell it?
Yeah, it's the only place she's lived at for all the time. She's 93 years old. But money over people, and it's taking a bunch of celebrities' help.
But here's the thing: what have they offered her for the house?
I don't know what they offered her. I know they offered her something.
Okay,
but
obviously, not enough.
Yeah, they're trying to find some wiggle room, saying that her land bleeds into their land, but she was there before they got there, so they built on a part of her.
There you go.
Like, come on,
they encroached.
Yeah,
they went over the line.
But where's the respect? Not even just a regular person.
They don't care.
But a 93-year-old woman just.
Let me help you with something.
That's true.
Let's talk about the retail lack of conscience in this country. Walmart does not mind going into a city, asking for permission to build. City council says no. They move right across the state or city limits. Yeah. Open up a Walmart and run every other small business in town out of business. Yep. Not caring about lives, monies, futures, pensions, age. They don't care. So, I mean, and they'll tell you we're going to do this. So you either let us come in town and ruin everybody's business, or we're going to go across the city limit and build over there
and ruin everybody's business
anyway.
They're cold. Somebody said they offered her.
That's capitalism.
Yeah. Somebody said they offered her $39,000 for her land. Now,
39.
39.
That's got to be a rumor.
In Hilton Head.
That's got to be a rumor.
I've been to Hilton Head. You've been to Hilton. It's nice.
How many acres does she have?
Let me see if I can.
Maybe 39,000 an acre. That's still not enough.
Right. Because what they built on there, the hotels and all that stuff. I'm like, come on. Hilton Head is not for cheap. It's for a certain group of people. Put it that way.
I remember when Atlantic City were building the casinos, and this one homeowner would not sell, and they literally built the casino over the woman's house. Like the second floor started over her home.
Jesus.
So you got it looked like the house was sitting in a little cave. It's just because she wasn't moving.
These people are cold, man.
Capitalism, brother.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
And this is why
casualties. Go ahead, man.
This is why I don't believe that whole narrative of give wealthy people money, don't make the country better.
No.
That's why we give them tax breaks and exceptions. Come on now. Come on.
That's another word for trickle down.
Right.
I changed it to crap down.
Yep.
Because the crap never reaches you.
Right.
And if it does, it takes a real long time to get there.
Right. Thank you.
Come on, man.
They'll hire more people. They'll do more in benefits.
Come
No,
on.
they're not.
No. I remember. Was it Walmart, Sam's Club? One of the companies. They got all this government money back in the day. Then they closed 600 stores right after they got it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sam's Club.
Same stuff. Yo, Walmart. So I was watching the little thing on History Channel.
Okay.
I knew Walmart was the biggest company in the world.
Retail, yes, sir.
They're the first company to reach over $500 billion
Yes, sir.
in revenue.
Yes, sir.
Profit.
Yes, sir.
I did not know, and I'm sure you probably know this, that they were taking out life insurance policies on their employees. So when the employees die,
No.
some companies do that. They'll take a policy out on employees, so when they die, they'll get the life
The
insurance.
folk that they were underpaying.
Yes.
The folk that when they interview them, now I only know this because of a few relatives that worked at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
They interview them, and they give them a list of services that they're going to need working for Walmart. Like you're going to need some medical benefits from the government. You're going to need some food stamps. Here's all the stuff you need to do to get this stuff. When they're hiring them,
Yeah. The biggest company in the world, for the most part. They make the thing said they make $1 million a minute.
I believe that.
A minute
I believe that.
as a whole, and you can't pay people.
I believe that. So that's $60 million a minute. 7 days a week. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
$420 million a week. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Lord.
No
have
wonder why our
mercy.
whole family all billionaires. I mean, it.
Well, of course they are.
Yeah.
So what's this about LeBron James' son?
Yeah.
Had a cardiac arrest during practice?
Yep. Yeah. But sports.
Were they outside?
I think they were indoors.
Well, of course.
And I mean, it's good. It was a practice. It was good. They had people there to get them, resuscitate them real fast.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of Hank Gathers
Mm-hmm.
and a few others.
Yep.
Young in their prime.
Yep.
And I watched some tape on him too. He was a monster. Hank
Gathers?
Gathers.
Oh, yes,
he
sir. Yes,
he
sir.
was-
Yes, sir.
He was
Yes, sir.
North Philly old boy. That boy was
Ahead of his time.
and he was. That boy was.
Ahead of his time.
But anyway, I mean, they're wondering why so many young people are getting heart attacks and why that's increasing. Part of it is from COVID. Part of it is from it's got to be the diet,
It's
water,
It's
food.
diet. It's diet.
Yeah,
Because you figure, you start them out on chemicals from milk, if they're not fortunate enough to be breastfed.
yeah,
They're eating junk from the time they're born, unless the parents are really focused. Then they start eating on their own choices. And that's, and you don't know which human being is going to be negatively affected at what age by the way we live.
yep.
But we're seeing more and more young people with physical and emotional, anatomical stuff that's going on. It's just
Yep.
convenience is really doing something to us.
All the processed food.
Oh yeah, it's killing us.
And the biggest killer, as much as I enjoy it, sugar. They say sugar does more damage to your heart than the steak does.
Oh, yeah.
And from
Oh yeah.
but everything has sugar. If you're drinking Red Bulls and Gatorade all day, and
I still think that's what may have taken Kevin Samuels out of here.
okay,
Because every time I saw him, he was drinking one of those.
those Red Bulls.
Yeah,
okay.
it was like juice to him.
Nah, I can't. I tried one time.
How did it make you feel?
I felt this burning sensation going through my arms because I was taking a long trip.
Okay.
And I was like, let me try it real quick to help me stay
Okay.
awake while I'm driving.
Yeah.
I felt my veins getting hot, and I was like, I am never doing this again. I will stick to
Did it
coffee.
work?
A little bit. It doesn't really work well on me. But people down those things.
Wouldn't a regular cup of coffee have helped you?
I just wanted to try it
Okay.
just to see. Let me try it because everybody kept talking about
I've
it.
never had one,
I just wanted to see what it felt like.
but I'm taking your word for it because they say the caffeine level in them is like 200 something.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay.
And I literally
top of your head starts exploding.
Felt the heat come. I was like, what's going on? I was like, I am never doing that again.
Oh wow.
I just want to try it. Just
Let's go to Keisha. We haven't talked to Keisha in a while. Hey Keisha, how you doing? Then we're going to Carol from Atlanta and Lauda from Philly. Keisha.
Good morning, Bishop.
Hey Keisha, how you doing?
I'm good, and you? How you doing?
Doing all right. Good to hear from
I
you.
just wanted to call you to congratulate you on your 33rd pastoral anniversary.
Thank you,
tomorrow.
Keisha. Thank you so much.
Because I have one prayer request.
Okay.
You remember I told you I lost my aunt June 26th?
Mm-hmm.
And her daughter had a dream telling her something, and she told her mother in a dream, okay, now you can come back. And I'm thinking, okay, their mind is, they not retarded or nothing. It's just the fact that they're going through a lot. And me too, because I didn't know, because I live in Plainfield now. And so I had texted her, and I told her, and I got a book that I have prayer poems on, and I sent her one, and it made her feel happy. And, she texted me back and everything. I said, stop worrying about it. Your mother is in a better place. She's in no more pain. Nothing. She just kept going on and on. I was like, okay, I did my best.
Well, here's the thing. Most people don't understand that mourning is an emotional search for the departed. So because she's in mourning, her mind's looking for answers. And of course, she wants her to come back. But that's not reality. But mourning is a search for the individual that's gone. You got to remember that. So because your emotions just reach for them and reach for them and reach for them until they get so fatigued that it stops.
Oh, okay. And one more thing, and then I'm not going to hold you up no longer, because I know it's going on 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
This morning, I thought it was Sunday morning. I was like, oh, I got to get up and go to Bethany Baptist Church. It was 8 o'clock. I'm like, wait a minute, today is Saturday. And I forgot.
That's happened a lot.
God bless you. God bless you, girl.
Saturday. What am I doing? I said, y'all don't go up to
Don't feel bad.
From 9 to 10.
Don't feel bad. I thought yesterday was Saturday all day long.
Yep. You wake up and like,
man. Yeah. God bless you, Keisha.
Also,
come on, girl.
Keep my son in your prayers, because he's doing a lot too. He lives in Elizabeth, and I told him I've been keeping in touch with him since I moved out here in Plainfield.
Okay. We'll pray for him. All right. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye. We got Carol from Atlanta. Hello, Carol.
Yes.
How are you this morning?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for calling On Point. What's your comment today?
I have a question about 1 Timothy chapter 2.
You got your Bible up, Pastor Nick? Yes, sir. Okay, we're getting it. What's your question about it?
It says that a woman can be saved through childbearing if you don't have children.
That's not what that scripture
Help me to connect that.
That's not what it's about, babe. We're getting ready to help you.
Oh, what does that mean?
We're getting ready to help you.
Come on. Stupid Bible app's not working right. When you got to look at that in the context of that's where Paul starts talking about a woman shouldn't teach, etc.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily saying that a woman's salvation is based off her giving birth to a child.
Okay.
We got to talk about the allegorical part of it too.
Right.
Is that the birth of Jesus through Mary also? That's how God processes things out too.
Right.
But that doesn't mean a woman has to be married and have a baby in order
to be saved. That's not what it's saying.
Yeah.
Because there would be a whole lot of women that could never come to the Lord.
Right.
But women will be saved through childbearing. You're saying that that's connected to Jesus' birth?
No. When you look at the context of the scripture, it's talking about the woman can't teach, blah 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 blah.
Right.
That's in that flow of scripture right there.
Yes.
So it's not talking about the salvation of a woman. What now here's my interpretation of it. The word saved also has an equivalent delivered. So it's talking about the birthing process of a woman. Not that her soul will be saved because she has a baby. if that was the case, single women couldn't get saved.
Right. Yeah. And the rest of the verse talks about if they continue in faith, love, holiness, and self-control. Because before that, the verse ahead of that talked about how Eve was deceived in the garden.
Right.
So it's not, you got a baby, I'm saved now.
Yeah.
It's talking about a lifestyle, living in a way, way of living.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, childbirth is not connected to a woman's salvation.
Okay. I heard somebody preaching about women staying silent and not allowing them.
That's
they can
silly.
teach children of other women.
That's silly.
And based on this whole beginning of this chapter.
Yeah.
So when it got down to this part, saying that when she have children,
so they started out
she
wrong.
can be saved.
So they started out wrong.
As long as she's saved.
They started out wrong.
Okay, that was over me.
My problem with those types of preaching is they blame Eve more than they blame Adam.
Right.
When the Bible says that she was deceived, and Adam knew exactly what he was doing.
Absolutely.
The blame is really on him.
That's right, because he was the leader.
The leader,
it was his job not to stand there and watch her get deceived.
Right.
Now, we can't talk about the relationship part because we run out of time.
Yeah, right.
But we don't know why there was a communication problem between Adam and Eve already.
Yeah.
Because obviously he didn't feel like he could say anything to her.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother ball of wax.
I know, right.
Carol, thanks for calling us.
Okay, thank you.
Call us again now. Bye-bye. Loudy, we're out of time. How you doing, girl?
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing fine. We out of time, girl. Give you 10 seconds. Go ahead.
Oh, 10 seconds. Oh, well, I wanted to talk about Carly Russell, actually, how she really got us blind justice at the end of the day.
Yeah, call us next week and talk to us about that.
I'm going to have to.
All right. Talk to you soon now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This has been On Point for Pastor Nick and Bishop David G. Evans. We're so glad you joined us today. Please tell someone about us. Also, become one of our regular followers and people that join us every week. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 8 and 11 a.m. 8 is our virtual service. 11 a.m. is our live anniversary service. We're having Prophet Daniel Amatang. 6 o'clock tomorrow night. We're going to have Pastor Jamal Bryant. Tomorrow also is our home buyers seminar event. That runs from 9 in the morning to 11. Take a break. And 1:30 to 4:30. You can come here, get your application done, approved, processed, let you know what you can do as far as buying your home. You need to own your own. So we're going to celebrate the anniversary tomorrow. We're no longer requiring vaccinations. We do take temperatures and all, so you can come. If you're interested in news updates, text BBC News to 28950. If you want to get some devotional messages during the week, BBC Elevate, just like it sounds, to 28950. Prayer requests, mail them to social at gotobethany.com. And please subscribe to our YouTube, David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ. And subscribe to DGEMS, DGMS, and the On Point podcast. For Pastor Nicholas Smith, I'm Bishop Dave G. Evans. Remember, faith acts like a thing is so even when it's not so. That it might be so. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Come get that house. See you later.